do it, idiot. Come on. Any show you want to, and I want to hear you stumble and bumble and mumble through, trying to. He doesn't run the business. He knows nothing about the business. He knows nothing about the sport, and he's not very bright. So let's do it. Any day of the week, let's do it. And let's do drug tests, too. I want to do that, too.
Yo, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I am your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big ups to that 501 and that 317, and I'm back with another one, man. Yes, sir. I'm in a group chat, man, and one of my homeboys sent me sent the group chat a little post from Twitter from Oscar De La Hoya, and he is taking big boy shots at Dana White. I'm talking about he taking big boy shots at Dana White, and we're gonna bring you that tweet. But before we do, y'all know how I do, and y'all know where I'm from. Big ups to that 501 and that 317. But drop that beat on him, Mike. Let's go. Rest in peace to the Black Mamba, man. What's going on, people? Don't forget, when you come into the stream, smash that thumbs up button. Age Money, what up? We're going to bring you to the show, and we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to have a little fun today. I got a lot of different audio, you know what I'm saying? But first, before we get into it, let me bring you the tweet from Oscar, you know what I'm saying? Oscar out here, man, he ain't playing with this. Like, what? Hey, when I read this tweet, man, I was like, damn, Oscar kind of savage, you know what I'm saying? He ain't taking no prisoners with this shit. Like, he calling the man outside his name, calling him this, calling him that. I'm just like, damn, Oscar, what did Dana do to you? You know what I'm saying? What did Mr. White do to you? Did he offend you that bad? My bad. I'm trying to share something right quick, and we're going to get into it. But let me go ahead and get to the tweet, man, so you guys can know what I'm talking about.
Today was in our studio.
My bad, man. I was on me like a motherfucker. But, man, let's see. Start from the top. At Dana White. And you know when you're on Twitter, man, you got to at somebody, bro. You got to at somebody. You can't just type their name in without adding them and shit. Oscar did what he do what he do. He let him know, like, bro, I'm talking to you. Yo, Dana, I'm talking to you. At Dana White. You're such a little bitch. Oh, my God. The first 5-6 letters, you know what I'm saying? 5-6 words, nigga. He coming from the gusto. He coming for the gusto. Never laced a glove other than being a boxing aerobics teacher. Ooh. He said you ain't know put the gloves on, buddy. The Fertitta brothers are the ones who built the business, and you were lucky enough just to have 10% of the UFC. Hashtag little bitch. And I know what y'all thinking. Y'all thinking like I'm thinking. Bro, what did all this beef and animosity come from? Where did all this shit come from? Was it because Oscar wants to fight McGregor? Huh? He says McGregor. For the record, I never challenged you. I was just asked a question, and I spoke the simple truth. I spoke the simple truth. But I know what you're thinking. So I'm thinking what y'all thinking. Where did this beef come from? Who did this beef come from? Let's hop in our time machine. Let's hop into the time machine right quick. Let's see what
This fight, I've been very supportive.
Let's see what Dana got to say about the beef. Where did the beef come from, Dana? How did it begin? How did it begin? I'm gonna let Dana tell you.
Of every event that he does, and I've always liked Oscar. Bob Arum and I.
Start that over.
This fight, I've been very supportive of every event that he does, and I've always liked Oscar. Bob Arum and I don't get along. If Bob Arum and I had the two last fighters on earth, I wouldn't make a fight with that scumbag. This fight, I've been very supportive of every event that he does, and I've always liked Oscar. Bob Arum and I don't get along. If Bob Arum and I had the two last fighters on earth, I wouldn't make a fight with that scumbag. But Oscar and I have always had a good relationship. I was just at the fight. He's talking about money grabs. Canelo Chavez, you know what I mean? You're going to put on a fight like that and then call McGregor Mayweather a money grab when you were trying to make that fight 4 months ago.
It seems to me the beef all came around when Canelo and McGregor couldn't get together, couldn't get that fight made. When Oscar couldn't get in the ring with motherfucking McGregor. It seems to me the beef came around when another foe of Oscar De La Hoya seemed to got the big money fight that he was trying to get, that he was trying to secure for Golden Boy. It seems to me when Dana White, Al Heyman, and Floyd Mayweather did good business together and got the McGregor Mayweather underway, it seems to me that's when Oscar started to hate on Dana. That's coming from Dana's point of view. And we have heard Oscar on record telling the public not to purchase McGregor and Mayweather. So I can understand where Dana White is coming from. Like, brother, I've been promoting your fights. I was a fan of Triple G and Canelo. I said people go out and buy it. It's going to be a good boxing match. I told people to go out and watch Chavez and Canelo, even though I knew it was kind of flip-flop for Canelo. I was supporting. You ain't been supporting me how I've been supporting you, brother. I thought we was friends. Look at this picture. Look at this goddamn, this ain't no motherfucking 2015 picture. It ain't even 2008. This goddamn picture look like it was taken with a Polaroid camera. If not a fucking Polaroid camera, it had to be a motherfucking old ass iPhone that had bad pixels on that motherfucker. It couldn't be nothing recent. Like they were all chummy, we all smiled. Look at the Oscar, the fucking Golden Boy. His pearly white teeth showing with the hair slicked back. Everything looking was all good. It was all good just a week ago. Dana ain't smiling too. Everybody's smiling. What happened? Let's see. Let's finish the audio.
Right? It's crazy. I mean, what is this guy doing? What's his deal? That's what I said. I'm basically saying to him, what's up? Why would you say something like that? Instead, it makes it sound like he has no confidence whatsoever in Triple G versus Canelo, which I have come out and said publicly is a good fight. Right? I like the fight. I'll watch the fight. He seems completely insecure, and it's one of the weirdest things.
He seems completely insecure.
Sorry, I couldn't quite
Siri,
hear you.
shut the fuck up, man. Now look, man, that ain't all that Dana White had to say about Oscar. That's not all that Dana had to say. Let's fast forward a little bit in time right quick. Let's see what else Dana had to say about Oscar De La Hoya.
You're a liar. Then right up to this fight, everything that he's done. I used to help this guy. I used to promote his fights. I used to go out on social media and say, hey, the fight's tonight. I'm watching the fight or whatever. And then we do the Mayweather-McGregor fight, and he tells people not to watch. Who does that? Don't watch. This is a disgrace to boxing. But then says he wants to fight Conor McGregor after. I mean, I could just go on for days about this guy. Please do. He's a bad guy. He's a snake. He's a snake, he's a liar, and he's just an all-around bad guy. He's really fucking weird, too. Just top.
And they say he's weird, he's a snake, he's an all-around bad guy. Damn, those sound like fighting words to me, ladies and gentlemen. Those sound like somebody who needs to get something out their chest to me, ladies and gentlemen. And Oscar, Oscar wasn't having it. Oscar wasn't having that shit. All that disrespect ain't called for. So what did Oscar do? Oscar, you know what I'm saying, did what anybody does nowadays. Goes on to the biggest platform and tells the world how he feels. What up, Neil?
2 days ago, Oscar De La Hoya was in our...
And before we get into this right quick, man, we gonna reiterate the tweet that came from Oscar De La Hoya. I just want you guys to know. First of all, he addressed Conor McGregor. Said, brother, I wasn't even challenging you, you know what I'm saying? I was asked a question. And I just simply spoke the truth. I believe I can beat your ass. That's what he's saying to Conor. And Dana, you know what I'm saying, who has the UFC brand, UFC brass, he ain't gonna let that shit slide. So what did Oscar do? He came at Dana's neck. Came at your neck, Dana. You gonna respond? Dana White, you're such a little bitch. Never laced up a glove other than being a boxing aerobic a teacher. The Fertitta brothers are the ones who built the business, and you were lucky enough just to have 10% of the UFC. Hashtag little bitch. I don't mean to put like a whole lot of emphasis on the word bitches. It just, you know what I'm saying, I had to make y'all feel like how I felt it when I felt it reading, you know what I'm saying? Let me go out right quick, man. Let me make sure Dana White ain't said nothing to Oscar, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on my Twitter right quick, man. Make sure Dana White ain't came back with no smoke. You feel me? You see he came back with some smoke. No, he ain't came back with no smoke yet. Let me get on this IG right quick and make sure Dana White ain't came back with no. I just want to make sure that we doing our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't came back. He ain't came back with no smoking yet. What up, Noya? What up, baby? You know what I'm saying? We out here just chilling, man, just trying to get y'all the story. But let's go ahead and get to this audio. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the story.
2 days ago, Oscar De La Hoya was in our studio. You had some comments that were critical of him. I bounced them off him for his response, and here's what he said.
So this is coming from ESPN, and Oscar was in their studios a couple of days ago. Well, not literally a couple of days ago. This happened sometime last year. But here's what Oscar had to say about Dana White and their animosity between each other. So let's play that.
We had a successful show. I think everybody in the arena was just ecstatic of the whole event we put on. Look, and I mean, fighters like Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, you know, I mean, they're still fighting at 40 some odd years old. Well, then pay them better, so they won't have to fight. You know, I mean, Chuck Liddell comes to me and tells me, look, I want to fight. I want to make big money. Well, guess what? He made big money in this event that I put on, not that Dana White did. So,
all right, that was Oscar De La Hoya here.
So right there, he taking shots at the events that Dana White put on. Pay your fighters better. You got this man Ortiz fighting till he's damn near 50 years old. He shouldn't be fighting. I had to put on a event to make that man some money. You ain't putting on no event for your older fighters. So he right there, he taking shots at Dana White and his business. So let's see how Dana White is going to respond.
The other day, Dana, what's your response?
This guy is not a fan of facts, and we all know this. First of all, let me start by saying this. I paid Chuck Liddell more money not to fight than Oscar De La Hoya paid him to fight. All right, so.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Nigga just said he paid Chuck more money not to put the gloves on than Oscar paid him to motherfucking put the gloves on. Where are the receipts at? We need the receipts. We need the purses. Let me look at I'm gonna let you guys get to the audio. Let me see how much Chuck made for his goddamn fight with Oscar.
Chuck only made $200,000 when he fought Tito Ortiz, and it did 1.5 million buys. The first fight, UFC 47, April 2nd, 2004, Chuck and Tito did 106,000 buys. Didn't do 1.5 million buys. Lie, not a fact. Then De La Hoya is claiming he pays everybody all this money. The total payout for athlete compensation for his show was $580,000. That's what all the fighters made for his show, right? Chuck and Tito took $450,000 of that money, all right? So if you exclude the main and co-main event for total athlete compensation for De La Hoya, he paid the rest of the card $95,000, right? The UFC, the same thing, we pay $1.2 million to everybody else on the rest of
Dana White coming with them numbers on Oscar ass, boy. He said shit, he had to pay Chuck them $450 out of $595. Out of whatever the fucking 95,000 was up there. I'm not good at math right now. My mind on this shit talking. Man, oh man. Oscar, we need your receipts, baby. We need them receipts. We need to know how much you paid them boys. Did they get it back in? I need to know. Cause right now he's saying, nigga, you lying. You a liar. That's what I'm not saying it. I'm not calling you a liar. Dana White is. One of your peers. How are you gonna react to that? Get back to it.
card excluding the main and co-main event. There's a guy named T-Bow who fought on his show. His last fight for us, he made 50 and 50. He made 10,000 and 10,000 fighting for Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is not a fan of facts. And the thing about this guy is, it's one thing if you want to sit around with your friends and lie. Don't go on ESPN and lie. The guy's a liar. He's lying about the amount of buys he did. So I personally talked to Chuck Liddell.
My bad, I'm kind of late, but I had to pause that. It's like, man, it's cool, nigga. If you want to lie around your homeboys, nigga, lie around your people, lie. Don't come on a motherfucking nationally fucking televised TV and tell people other shit that ain't true. You think me, Dana White, gonna stand for that? No, we gonna come out with them facts on your ass and get on your ass. Don't ever disrespect me like that on ESPN. If you want to disrespect me, nigga, go to fucking PBS. Don't bring that shit on your goddamn ESPN. Get back to this audio.
Yesterday.
Yes.
I said, I'm just warning you, Chuck. I'm going out with numbers. You know, your numbers and what you made. And
what did he say?
He said, I knew this was coming. I knew you were going to do this. I can't believe this guy thinks he's going to say this and you're not going to come back. And I said, did you make more with his event than you made with the UFC? He said, no, that's a lie.
And I don't have numbers in front of me.
He said, hold up, nigga. I talked to Chuck. Me and Chuck talked, nigga. Chuck said, hell no, I ain't make more money with fucking, I made more money with you. What is Oscar talking about? I told him don't get on there saying that shit. Then I'm going to come back and text that ass Oscar. I tried to warn him. These are Chuck words. These ain't my words. Coming from Chuck, according to Dana. According to Dana, you know what I'm saying? We can't. I'm just saying we trying to give everybody they rightful goddamn me credit. You know what I'm saying? So according to Dana, He talked to Chuck Liddell, and Chuck said, no, I did not make more money with Oscar than I made with you. So with that being said, Oscar's out here pump faking, man. He a good post player because he pump faking the hell out of niggas right now. Let's get back to the audio right quick, man.
Verify what you're saying, and in no way am I questioning you. What I am going to ask you is, he's telling me, Oscar De La Hoya, that fighters who have fought for you are calling him now and asking to fight for him. Why is that?
The guys.
So right now, the question that Greeny posed to Dana, that fighters are, Oscar saying that fighters that you used to promote are now calling him to fucking give fights. Bon voyage, Antonio, bon voyage. But with that being said, man, let's get back to the audio.
Liar. Oscar De La Hoya is a liar. He has no facts. We can, listen, if Oscar wants to, we can get somebody from the pay-per-view industry or however he wants to do it. We can sit down with numbers. You know, the reality is this guy doesn't know anything about his business. He just did an interview with a kid at TSN in Canada the other day. He didn't know what anybody was paid. He showed up to his own event at the press conference and didn't know any of the fighters' names.
I ain't gonna lie about that. Those are facts. Those are facts. He showed up to the press conference and he ain't know not a motherfucking name. He had to pass some damn paper. A paper with the goddamn names on it. So those are facts. I do remember that press conference, and he pulled out the paper with those guys' names on it. It was a little bit embarrassing, if I had to sit to me, just giving my honest opinion. It was a little bit embarrassing.
What's even crazier is he didn't even write them down. Put them on a piece of paper, you idiot. Right? He didn't even write it down on a piece of paper. He says, oh, I don't know any of these guys back here, but yeah, I'm sure the fights are going to be great and whatever. And the guy is an absolute liar. And listen, we can sit down and we can do this on TV. We can go head to head. We can also take drug tests if he wants to do that too. I'm ready to go. Let's go, Oscar.
Man, why he do that, man, like that? Hey, why? Why he do that grown-ass man like that, man? He said we can take drugs. And don't forget, man, smash that thumbs up button on your way in, on your way out. It don't matter. Just as long as you smash the button, smash the thumbs up button when you come in here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. But my man said, Oscar, bro, we can take a drug test, bro, you want to. If you need to, you know what I'm saying? I know my piss clean. What about yours? What am I urine? You know what I'm saying? What about your urine? Your urine good? Is it good? You know what I'm saying? I mean, my shit top flight. What about this, man? Dana too old for that shit, man. Dana over there being petty now, man. Now he being petty. Why you want to bring up that man past in here, man? We don't know what Oscar been doing in his current state. Who say Oscar ain't turned over a new leaf? Well, maybe leaf ain't the right word, since, you know what I'm saying, coca leaf and all that shit. But anyway. Dana, man. That boy Dana said we could take drug tests, boy. Yes, sir. Drop that urine, man. Drop that urine. Let's get back to the audio, man.
You idiot.
It's an interesting shot. Marcus Spears is...
Hey. He came back on the same sentence he finished off after the fucking drug test. You idiot. Man, that boy Dana, boy. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on between these two guys, but goddamn it, I'm loving it right now. I'm like McDonald's. I'm loving it. Shit. This right here is entertaining, man. This is what we need in the combat sports world, man. Promoters going at each other, fighters going at each other. This is what we want. Yes, sir. Let's get back to this audio, man.
Over there reacting. Is there a general feeling, do you believe there is a general feeling that the fighters at UFC are underpaid? He's trying to make that
there's
point.
A general
is there that feeling?
Everybody feels like that.
Here we go. Now we getting down to some truth right here. Dana White, you been put on notice right now. Do you believe the fighters at the UFC are being underpaid? Let's see what he say.
Underpaid.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're always going to, in the almost 20-year history of this of the UFC, every fighter we've ever dealt with has been paid on time, and they've actually been paid more money than what they were contracted to make. They were paid more money. These are facts that I can prove. De La Hoya can't prove anything. First of all,
yes.
Just so you know, Oscar De La Hoya didn't even build Golden Boy. Okay, Richard Schaefer did.
Now he getting down to the nitty gritty, boy. Now he getting down to the he taking big boy jabs now, nigga. Oscar didn't even build Golden Boy. Richard Schaefer did. Y'all let me know out there, is Dana being factual? Because I wasn't in boxing back then at that time, so I don't know the ins and outs like a person would. But they say Richard Schaefer was a very instrumental part of Golden Boy at that time. And that Schaefer when he got his payout, he had to like sit out for a little while, and he couldn't do no boxing. Let's see. Y'all let me know. Let's get back to the audio.
Richard Schaefer got out of Dodge because this guy's an idiot. And you want to, like I said, to go on ESPN and just lie is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Chuck Liddell absolutely positively told me that he did not make more money there than he made with the UFC. Chuck's last 3 fights with us, right? He lost his last 3 fights by knockout, right? And he was paid an average of $2.7 million for those 3 fights, even while.
So again, he's going back to his point. My man is making more money over here with me. Oscar is lying. He is a liar. He didn't make Golden Boy. Richard Schaefer did. He got out of Dodge. All this other shit, man, like it's a lot of interesting layers to peel back in this whole Oscar and Dana White saga, beef, feud, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of little layers to peel back, and I don't see this being resolved anytime soon. You could say that, H Money, but do you think that Canelo needed Oscar to negotiate on behalf of him? Canelo could have walked from HBO without Oscar to the zone and got the same money. And that goes for any kind of superstar like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes for Anthony Joshua. Like, do you think he needed Eddie Hearn? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he probably needed Eddie Hearn on his way up, and Canelo needed Oscar on his way up. But it gets to a certain point that a fighter becomes big enough where he doesn't need a promoter or a manager or anybody to broker on behalf of him, because he is the business. When you become the business, you can dictate the terms of your deal, and I feel like that's what you're seeing with Canelo now. I guarantee you, after this contract, after his Golden Boy contract is up, Canelo would not be re-signing with Golden Boy under any circumstances. That is just my opinion. I have no inside source. I have no inside facts. I have no insight on anything. I'm just going out based off my opinion on what I feel and what the sport of boxing has told me, and the way Canelo has shifted a lot of his inside the ring and outside of the ring tactics in the image of Floyd Mayweather. So with that being said, I don't expect Canelo to re-sign with Golden Boy. But back to the audio. We got 40 seconds, so I'm gonna let it rock out.
Losing. Then I brought him on and paid him not to fight. More money than Oscar De La Hoya paid him to fight. These are facts.
And so, look, if this is a conversation we could put to the two of you together, we'd be happy to do it here. Anytime that you can do it, he can do it. We will make the room to do it. But just very quickly, if you have one final message here, if Oscar De La Hoya is watching, what is it you want him to know?
Let's do it, idiot. Come on. Any show you want to, and I want to hear you stumble and bumble and mumble through, trying to. He doesn't run the business. He knows nothing about the business. He knows nothing about the sport, and he's not very bright. So let's do it. Any day of the week, let's do it. And let's do drug tests, too. I want to do that, too.
There we go. That's the end of the audio, y'all. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Oscar called Dana White a little bitch. I try to give y'all some history on their beef and how it escalated. We all know that Dana White felt away when Oscar told people not to buy Mayweather and McGregor, seeing as Dana White has, in his mind and in his opinion, been promoting Oscar revenge. Anytime Canelo fought Chavez or Canelo fought Gennady, he was telling people to like buy the fight. So with that being said, you know, the beef escalated, and we're at the point that we're at now. And I don't see it getting any better, man. I don't see those guys resolving their issues or their conflicts at any point in time. But with that being said, man, this has been Mike on Sports. Just been a little quick show, give y'all the hap on what's been happening. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, you guys can find me on YouTube, like you already know, or you can follow me on Twitter at Gross2312 or Gross1911. I almost said the fucking IG one first, but until next time, man, y'all know what it be. Yo, Mike, drop that beat on them. Yes, sir.